Otto Wiegand, University of Wisconsin Extension ag agent, made a recent trip to Nicaragua to help dairy farmers in that Central American country. Late November, early December, you were in Nicaragua.
Yes, Nicaragua.
What were you doing there?
I was working on a agricultural project with dairy farmers on a program called Farmer to Farmer, which is run by Partners of the Americas from Wisconsin and Washington, D.C.
And what were you doing there?
I was working with dairy farms. My specific project ended up being working on financial numbers, income and expenses for farmers, but we were also working on silage making and biogas production. And minerals was another discussion we had. And of course we always talk about forages and grazing.
Wiegand described farming in the Central American country.
Technologically, it's more simple. They use some kind of technology that maybe we used in the 30s or 40s here in the States. But for their situation, it's very practical. Given the constraints they have, it's a very mountainous country. The land isn't very good. The farmers are doing fairly well, I would say. They could always do better.
The University of Wisconsin Extension ag agent talked about what he learned in Nicaragua.
Well, I think the first thing I learned is that, we work in agriculture here. We have some ideas that they can probably use. The other thing I learned is that a lot of what we do here probably wouldn't work there. So we try to find whatever works best in their system, and you can add technology, from here, from Europe or something to the system, but you first of all try to figure out what works best in their system given, their circumstances, and then go from there. They know how to live off the land, certainly. I think some of their grazing, at least in some places I've seen, is probably better than our grazing. What you learn is that people are, I guess in general, that people are nice, and they're trying to make a living like everybody, and they want to have a family, and they want to have, they want to have education, and so in general, they're like everybody else. People are people. They've had some difficulties with their politics and their economy 30 years ago, but I think they're getting over it, moving beyond. So I see progress. It's slow, but I see progress.
Okay.
I've been there 3 times and in 3 years, and I've seen quite a bit happen. And I'm not giving myself any credit for it. It's an effort of a lot of people and a lot of ideas.